This video is going to be about why I don't like posting on Instagram and why I don't see a point in posting on Instagram to grow a following in long-term basis. First of all, insecurity. Posting on Instagram comes from a lot of insecurity because the content we consume on Instagram is presented as everything is perfect. Everyone pretend that they are perfect, their lives are perfect. So in order to showcase our life, we have to put it in that way that everything is perfect. And I don't think it's genuine in any sort of way. A person who's just trying to post content or start up as new content creator wouldn't want to post or start from posting on Instagram because like everyone has already reached at the top when you are looking from the bottom. You look up as these influencers who are already living the life you want to live. So people are trying to replicate that. The insecurity also comes from the place because the Instagram comments are one of the most dark places I've ever been. No matter how good you are, no matter how genuine you can be, people will roast you just for the sake of getting likes on their comments. So there's no sort of connection between viewer and creator. It's always the creator making content to get as many likes as possible and as many traction on their content, and the people and the viewer commenting everything they can in order to get as much likes as they can on their comments. It's never gonna be a back and forth positive interaction between the viewer and the creator. That's what I've noticed. Second, never good enough. I feel like no matter how good your content or like how good your video is on Instagram, your video will never be good enough. Because here's the thing, this is how I view content, even if it's good, you know. If I see a video that's really good, that's really stand out, this is how I view the video. Oh, that's nice. Tick, tick, tap, and then scroll. You spend a lot of time, probably hours and days, creating that piece of content or the video, but for the viewer, it was just another video while they were scrolling. So they would just scroll, scroll, like. And you would feel that, oh, people are liking my content. But in reality, people don't really care about your content. They just think that, okay, it was above average than they usually see on Instagram. So here you go, take our likes. I never even think twice before liking post or Instagram. I like everything that I find remotely interesting or attractive. I don't think twice before liking. And the content consumption on Instagram is not intentional like YouTube. Like you chose to watch this video on YouTube yourself. The reason you are still consuming this piece of content or like this video is because you're choosing to keep watching it. On Instagram, if a person takes like more than 30 seconds to get their point across, you would just scroll past it because you didn't choose to consume that piece of content. It was just shown to you by the algorithm. So if it's not quick, if it's not entertaining enough, if it doesn't get the point across within 30 or 15 seconds, the viewer would not even care about your video. So I don't see a point of putting so much of effort, if you want to produce good content there, into a video where the viewer would just scroll past it because they want the constant dopamine like they used to get from every other video that they watch while scrolling. Third, no relationship with followers. I follow a lot of creators on Instagram, and the reason I follow them is sometimes because maybe I saw one piece of video that they made on my explore page or something, and I was like, okay, that's nice. I'll just click the follow button and don't care about visiting their profile or care about going through their page or like consuming all of their videos that they have posted. I would just follow them because I'm too lazy to go on their profile and consume what they have created so far. So whenever I'm watching the stories of the people, sometimes I get a creator and I'm like, I don't remember following that person. So I go to their profile and I'm like, oh, so that was the video that they posted that made me follow them. I don't really care about that person. I don't care about the story they're posting. I just followed that person because I like the specific video of theirs. Maybe I expect them to create something like that again and again, but that's about it. I don't really care about that person. Like, you can't generate a community through Instagram. Maybe you can, but not a strong community. Number 4, can't convert Instagram audience into YouTube viewers. If you follow an Instagram personality and they made their first YouTube video, even though they have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram, but they made their first YouTube video, do you necessarily open that link when they post in their story and watch it? 50% yes, 50% no, maybe 70-80% no, or like 30% yes. Because here's the thing, you can only tolerate them or consume their content for certain amount of time because that's what you're used to. You don't care about watching a 10-minute video of them talking about anything or sharing their hauls and stuff unless you're truly invested in their life. The probability of that is very low. That's why a lot of Instagram influencers fail to convert their audience into a YouTube audience. Whereas a YouTuber can easily convert their viewers into an Instagram audience. Because I remember, or I have noticed that I follow a lot of YouTubers on Instagram that I liked watching on YouTube. I'm more interested in their life because I have a better connection with them because of their long form of content that I consumed. You can't form a connection with a viewer by just 30 or 50 seconds of content you post on every other trend. You need to develop a certain type of relationship with the viewer that can only come with long form of content if they consume when they choose to consume it. You never shove that video on YouTube down their throats because of algorithm. They choose to click on it and they choose to view it and they chose to follow you on Instagram. On Instagram, you follow everyone who's slightly good looking, slightly entertaining. That's about it. I don't think I really care about any influencers, no matter how influential they are, how helpful they are, that I follow on Instagram outside of Instagram. If they make a YouTube video, the chances are 1 out of 10 times I might go on their YouTube page. But if a YouTuber is posting something on Instagram or posting about their life on Instagram, I would be more interested in that. So I would go from the YouTube page to their Instagram profile. Number 5, addiction to likes. See, gaining fame on Instagram or through short form of content is much easier than gaining an audience from a longer form of content. It takes a lot of effort and time to gain an audience on YouTube than on Instagram. And I feel like once someone get addicted to the likes they get on Instagram, they would not want to put any effort into making any longer videos, because why would they? I'm earning so much money, or I'm getting these brand deals by putting out like 30 seconds of content. Why should I make a 15-minute video? What's the point? I wouldn't even get as many likes that I get on Instagram. I wouldn't get as many views that I get on Instagram. So what's the point? That's the thing. Once you start posting on Instagram and you're lucky enough to get likes on one of your posts, you would want to repeat that. So in order to recreate that dopamine hit you got from getting those likes or getting that one single reel going viral, you would want to recreate that again and again by following those trends. That's why I feel like there's no individuality on Instagram. People of all genre of content, like photographers, videographers, dancers, models, beauty gurus, fashion gurus, and everyone would use the same sort of audio, same audios, just so that they can get on the explore page, they can get on the trending tab, or their video gets recommended more to people. The video that they put effort on is just another video in that trend. There's no individuality. Even though the photos clicked by the photographer were really amazing, they don't stand out because the audio used in the photos were the same that I saw or heard a influencer dancing on. So I automatically connect their photos, the videos that they make, with the influencer dances. It's just all one stream of content for me, even though it's different, but there's no individuality. They don't stand out. On YouTube, of course, it's different. You choose your own music, you choose your own topic, you choose your own visuals and stuff like that. You don't have to stick in. You don't have to fit in. Next, I've lost the track of the numbers. Maybe it's number 6. So it's don't improve your craft. See, that's the thing that comes next. If I get addicted to the likes I get on Instagram, if I get thousands and thousands of likes by putting half or 1/3 the effort I'm put in a YouTube video, if I get 10x amount of likes for that, why would I wanna improve my craft? If your 20s is meant to keep improving yourself, but I'm getting the fame and the money and the validation by putting the bare minimum effort, why would I wanna improve my craft? That's the thing that people don't realize. These influencers and stuff, they might be having a lot of following now or engagement or brand deals now, but like, what's next 10 years from now? You never improved your craft. Your whole content or like whole library of content is irrelevant because it was all based on trends and latest dances and latest music and stuff like that. You got your audience by flexing your muscles, but that's about it. Where did you improve as a creator? Where did you improve your aspects of visuals or audios or any sort of thing? Because you were so used to getting likes, or you were so involved, or your main intention was creating or posting there was to get likes. Why would you want to improve any of that to make a YouTube video? Because it wouldn't give you as much as dopamine hit that it gives on Instagram. You don't improve on Instagram. I don't see people improving on Instagram. They create the same type of content for years and years and years, and then they burn out. That's why, like, have you ever like thought about like, oh, this Instagram influencer hasn't posted in a long time, I wonder where they go? But you think about that for a YouTuber. Instagrammers are always in a rush to make their life a content so that they can stay in the limelight or stay relevant, because they know deep down that the viewers will forget them because they are so easily replaceable by another influencer who will entertain them more. That's why they keep on fighting between each other, not like literally fighting, but like fighting for attention or creating as dopamine hitting content as possible so that they can stay in the limelight, they can stay relevant. A YouTuber doesn't have to worry about that. A YouTuber can stay alone or stay outside the limelight for months and then drop one really good video that's impactful to the viewer, and it would do much more for them as a brand, as a creator, than it did for an influencer on Instagram for like last 5 months. One great video is much better than 50 irrelevant dopamine hitting videos that are disposable or irrelevant with time. You go to any, like, I don't know if it's getting like hateful in any way. I don't mean to hate on Instagram, but I'm just trying to differentiate between the mindset of two type of creator on different platforms. I'm not choosing any specific creator to, shit on. I'm just giving a basic difference of how things work or how the ideology is of two different creators on two different platforms and which one is better to pursue in long run. Next is comparison. Of course, the people on Instagram keep on comparing with each other. That's just natural. You don't even have to be a creator on Instagram to compare your life with others. But you never compare your life with the person who posts a video on YouTube. Rather, you get more informed, you get inspired to do more like them. But on Instagram, there's always this comparison game in the back of their head that how is their life better than mine? What are they doing so good that they are living the life I want, which I am not? They're literally doing the bare minimum. An Instagram model in a bikini would always get more traction than the most creative creator on there. It's much easier for an Instagram model to gain traction and gain followers and fame than a person who wants to create good content, create great videos. So it's always gonna be comparison because there's no genre or there's no different segments of topics where you create content for. Everyone is just the same, a part of the single algorithm, just in one line to the next, like one video, next video, next video. Although I feel like Instagram is really great if you are running a business, if you are a freelancer. Instagram is the best way to get business for your freelance work, or sell if you want to sell something, if you're running a business, if you want to grow a business as fast as you can. It's the best place to sell. Instagram is better place to sell than YouTube any day. But if you want to start from scratch, if you don't know what you're doing, if you want to build a community, if you want to build an audience, if you want to improve your craft, if you want to be a loser while trying and not get judged for it, I think YouTube is better. On posting on Instagram feels like everyone is watching you. I don't know why, but posting on Instagram always feels like that everyone's eyes are on me. Even though they are not, they don't care about me, but this is what it feels like. Also, like, if you're posting on YouTube and you get comments, you don't really know who these people are, because their profiles don't have any profile picture most of the time, or doesn't have any videos. So you still feel okay even if you get one bad comment or stuff like that. But on Instagram, every person has a profile, every person has posted something, every person is actually a real person in a way when you perceive it that way. So even a bad comment can be so much demotivating for you when you're starting out. I'm just sharing my perspective. You might have a different perspective. And I'm not saying the audience on Instagram is like really, really, really bad, but I feel like you will analyze or like visit every profile of the person who likes your videos, who comments on your videos, and then you would get more insecure. On YouTube, it isn't like that. The people who are commenting on my videos are my audience, of course, but I don't feel insecure because they are not a creator on here. They are not perceived as someone who is competing with you. So they don't really care about putting out a negative comment for you. They don't really care, because their YouTube is just a form of content consumption for them. Whereas Instagram, it's subconsciously a competition of who is living a better life. I feel like if I want to grow a business, if I want audience traction for something, I would use Instagram for sure. If I want to get quick fame, if I want to get quick fame and I'm in a hurry to build an audience so that I can get sponsored, I would go for Instagram instead of YouTube. And I understand why people go for it, because everyone wants something quick, that they post 10 videos and at least one of them gets viral, that they don't have to put effort in. They can just dress up pretty and, go viral. They can just make the same joke that has been going on for ages and then still go viral. It's okay for that. But I feel like I want to use Instagram for its original purpose. That was for posting your photos or, the highlights of the life. You see, there are highlights on the profile. I think that's exactly the Instagram's main purpose, is to show the highlights of your life. If I'm going out, if I'm had a vacation, I might post about it. That's natural. If I click a good picture or a scenery, or if I click a picture of my food, I would post that. That's something I would want to use Instagram for. But not for building an audience, not for building a community, not for building a long-term community base, a long-term audience that would, want to grow with you. Every influencer on Instagram is as replaceable as there can be. Whereas a person who stopped posting YouTube videos, you would think, where did that person go? Let me check their Instagram. Why hasn't he posted? Oh, but he's posting on Instagram. It's okay, he's there. He might be working on something. But on Instagram, the influencers have to keep posting stories and content to stay in the limelight, because they know the moment they disappear, people will unfollow them without the second thought. That's the truth. So if you're starting out, if you want to post content, if you want to improve yourself, or be a noob in a way on content creation or video creation, I would suggest you to start on YouTube, because people don't really judge you on YouTube. I'm literally yapping for like 20 minutes. If I posted this on Instagram, no one would watch it. Maybe someone would watch it on YouTube, because they don't really consume the videos on YouTube as a form of, how is this person doing better than me? Their intention is always to know that, what can I gain from it? What's something new I can learn, or what's a new perspective I can gain The YouTube's main purpose has always been how to. YouTube is a search engine. If you want to, learn anything, you search on YouTube. That's the mindset of people while consuming on YouTube, not on Instagram. Instagram's mindset or purpose has always been, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Look, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But YouTube has always been that, oh, I want to learn something. I want to broaden my perspective. That person I'm watching is not my competition. I would want to support them. I want them to create more content because I love their content. So that's the difference. Start posting on YouTube if you want to start, become a content creator. Because if you would start posting on Instagram, you would only be chasing likes because you would always be comparing. Not on YouTube. YouTube, you are on your own. You can take as much time as you want. Okay. Thank you. I don't know if I have anything more to say. I didn't even feel like making this video, but I pushed myself, just talk to the camera. You will make sense. You will edit out the yapping part, most of it, but like talk to the camera. You have the ideas in your head, so just talk it out, because I know I wouldn't be able to sleep. Okay, thank you so much. If you're new, please subscribe. Bye bye.